Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. So I am making it a goal in 2026 to do more videos of all styles on this channel, just more content in general. And I've already been starting to do that, but kind of, I guess, a side goal in addition to that is I would like to start creating more divine feminine and divine masculine specific reading videos again, because this is something that I used to do quite a bit of on the channel. And I kind of got away from it because we do tend to do a lot of collective readings that could be for either energy. And while, of course, I love the collective readings and I will continue to do those as well, I am setting the intention to create more mini reading videos like this one, where we can go deeper into what's happening for very specific groups of divine feminines and divine masculines, because I feel like this is a really effective way to break down the energy in a stronger way. Now, this video is going to be just a quick message because I do have dinner plans tonight, so I'm going to be recording this really quickly. But I wanted to get out a message for a divine feminine who will find this video. And the words I was getting for you were mutual elevation. So I feel as though there is someone or something who either has entered your life recently or who will be entering your life very soon, who you experience mutual elevation with. And whether it's a friend or a community, or I'm hearing a coach for some of you, or it's a romantic person, I'm getting that this is someone that you can learn, grow, and evolve with. And this is going to be unlike any connection you've ever experienced in the past, because with this particular person, unlike in previous connections you've experienced, this is someone who I'm hearing that rather than one of you draining the other's energy or vice versa, there's this dynamic between you where when you connect, you both have access to an even greater amount of energy than you would have individually. So it's almost like the more you pour into the other person, it feels like you're pouring into yourself. The more you spend time around them, the more you feel inspired towards your own goals and dreams. There's something about how instead of one of you feeling as though you are siphoning or draining the other, which I'm getting very often, you were the one in the past who was being drained from or being siphoned from by the other party. Unlike those past dynamics, with this person, you're going to experience mutual elevation where you feel as though you are pulling from the same shared energy pool that seems to expand exponentially when you are connecting your energies together. And what I keep getting is this is a form of sacred partnership, whether it's a romantic partnership or a divine form of community or friendship, whatever this is in your life, it actually seems to catapult you and support you in this next level of success that you are entering into. And it also represents a higher caliber of relationship, connection, and friendship that you are attracting in general in this next phase of your life. I keep picking up that something about this is going to be very surprising for you because it feels so unusual. It feels like nothing you've ever experienced in the past. And I'm picking up on a divine feminine who has spent much of her life alone for good reason, because in the past, whenever you would try to heavily connect with a group of friends or with a person romantically for long term or with a community, you would ultimately feel as though I'm hearing you were getting energetically drained, and then sometimes in the end, even scapegoated by that person, meaning like blamed for their problems or what they weren't willing to heal or fix within themselves, or even scapegoated by entire families or communities in the past. But what I'm getting is that if this has been your path, and this does feel like a very specific message, so it won't be for everyone. But if that is you, you are entering an era where you are going to be introduced to an entirely new caliber of connection. And you are so ready for this. You've been, in essence, kind of waiting for this moment. And I feel a part of you always kind of sensed that sacred partnerships like this exist, but you never had access to them in the past. Because I'm hearing that first, before you could access these levels of sacred partnership, and again, I'm not just talking about love and romance, I'm talking about community, I'm talking about support in your career, your profession, your business, if that's relevant for you. I'm talking about general support in your life, friendships, all of these things put together. But yes, this includes romance as well. I just get this sense like you have closed out so many karmic chapters and cycles in your life that many people would have gotten trapped in for an entire lifetime. And you had to actively and consciously clear out all of these cycles in order to elevate yourself so fully to this next frequency bandwidth level that you would then be stable enough for long enough in that frequency that you could be where you are now attracting in a higher caliber of love, a higher caliber of friendship, of connection, of all of these things in your life. Now, for some of you, I'm getting that you may even attract the higher form of certain past connections in your life. So for some of you, you may have certain people like friends, family members, past lovers who treated you a certain way in the past, but it's like your energy is demanding a whole different level of energy from them. I keep getting the words princess treatment. I feel like as a divine feminine, you're getting this, well, what people sometimes call princess treatment, but it's like you're being treated with this softness and this kindness and this generosity, but you're magnetizing that out of others because you have actually shifted your frequency to that level through self-love. Now, when I talk about a frequency bandwidth, it's a range of frequencies. So we are all, when we are young, usually quickly established into a particular frequency bandwidth. And for most of the collective, this is a very low level bandwidth. And these low frequency bandwidths are contained within what we would think of as the matrix, which is just a way of conceptualizing all of our collective limiting belief systems and programs that haunt so many of us from a young age and limit us from reaching our maximum potential. And so many of us are in the matrix, caught and entrained in these lower frequency bandwidths where there's the upper end of the bandwidth where we'll experience a little more positive emotion and the lower end where we'll experience a little more negative. But while we will swing within that bandwidth, we will stay within it. When you go through a spiritual awakening and begin to become conscious of your bandwidth, you then begin to develop the ability to shift your own energy and frequency. But this takes practice and a lot of practice. It's like a muscle that you have to train. And I feel that you've undergone very tedious training in shifting your energy. You've had to raise your frequency over and over and over again, even when you had a low day or drop back down, but you did it consistently enough that you built up that spiritual muscle and finally have fully stabilized yourself in this higher frequency bandwidth level. What that means is that now, even when you do drop down, you're not dropping down nearly as low. In fact, I'm hearing that the lows you experience now energetically and emotionally will be the high end of what you would have experienced in the past, meaning even on your worst days in this new era, you're going to be in a higher level energy and frequency than your best days in the old frequency bandwidth, if that makes sense. I know that we're really talking from a quantum perspective here, but this message really wanted to come through for someone. So thank you for being here. Thank you for co-creating all of these messages and pieces of information along with me. And I keep feeling really guided to the Starseed Oracle, even though I haven't pulled from this Oracle in a long time. I want to see if I can get any more information about this sacred partnership that you're attracting in here. By the way, if you would like to manifest contact from someone in your life or from your past, you have the power to shift your energy and your frequency in such a way that can alter physical reality, that can shift the signal that you emanate to others and to the fabric of the universe. And the best way, in my experience, to access this power is through subliminals, because subliminals are designed to shift your energy through the portal of the subconscious mind. And this is so important because research shows us it's actually the subconscious that controls 95% or more of our thoughts, energy, action and outcomes in our lives. So this is why subliminals work so much better than traditional manifestation techniques. And if you would like to manifest contact or interaction from someone, I've specifically created a break no contact subliminal. This comes from my apps Sound and Soulful. So as you can see on the screen, within this app, I have now over 150 subliminals for all areas of life, for love, relationships, energy clearing, mood, mindset, money, business, appearance, and so much more. And when you sign up for a free trial account in the app, you get access to any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options. You can create an unlimited number of your own personal private playlists in the app, and you can even read all the affirmations while you're listening. So this break no contact subliminal has gotten so many positive testimonials. I get messages and comments every single day from people who are using this to manifest contact from someone and often seeing near instant results. I've gotten messages from people saying they listened to this once overnight and the next day, someone they'd been waiting to hear from contacted them. In one case, I heard they listened for 2 weeks and the person they'd been wanting to hear from literally unblocked them after 2 years of having them blocked in order to contact them. So I've heard some of the most amazing stories from people using this subliminal. And if you would like to manifest contact from someone in your life or from your past, I absolutely recommend giving it a try. And again, you can try it completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account in the app. So the link to get the app and get started is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. But let's go ahead and pull from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, the card to come out here is big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. And I'm seeing a puzzle and someone putting pieces of this puzzle together, like one piece at a time, but the whole time they're keeping that entire vision of the whole put together puzzle in their mind. And that is how it is right now with the vision that you are creating. You are holding this vision, this entire vision in your mind, while at the same time taking actions to put it together one piece at a time. And this combination of things is very important, both sides of the equation. I'm getting both having the full vision of the greater puzzle in your mind while simultaneously continuing to take the action of putting those pieces into place one piece at a time, doing those things, putting those things together. Both the vision and the action is going to bring tremendous results through the end of 2025 for you and into 2026, Divine Feminine. I also got a message about how no one and nothing is going to be able to stand in the way of you and your vision. And what this also means is that for some of you, you may have certain people who are not fully supportive of whatever it is you are doing or creating. I'm hearing opposition. You may have energetic or emotional opposition from certain people who are uncomfortable by the bigness of your vision or this version of you that is now showing up to put that vision together one piece at a time. But what I'm getting very strongly is that if this is the case, these individuals will have to either jump on board with supporting you in this new version of you, or they are going to be sidelined, at least for this time. They're not going to be able to connect with you in the same way. And it's very important that you allow that repelling process to happen just as much as you allow the attraction process. Because while you are going to be attracting in a lot of new, amazing opportunities, moments of abundance, amazing moments of synchronicity, new connections that are harmonious for you, the other side of this attraction process is also having the courage to allow what is repelling itself out of your life. Because when you are very magnetic, when your energy has a strong charge, it both magnetizes very strongly what is aligned with it, and it also repels more strongly what is disaligned with it. And that is something to be understood, that your energy carries a new charge now, again, at this higher frequency bandwidth that you've solidified yourself in. And as a result of that, there are going to be certain people or situations that may be contradictory to your overall vision and this version of you you're stepping into that will be repelled out of your life with stronger force than ever before. So let's go ahead and read a little message from the Starseed Oracle guidebook here. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future. You know what that reminds me of? I just finished our collective reading, which will be coming out tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as they always do on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But in that reading, I actually did a breakdown of the divine feminine and divine masculine, which I hadn't done in a while. And one of the divine feminine messages was actually that you are creating on a future timeline. So there are things that you are doing and creating for the future of the collective, for the future of humanity, meaning you're not late to your highest timeline. You're actually early to it. You are ahead of your time. But what that means is you are building things and ideas and creations that are actually going to resonate with huge numbers of people futuristically. But it's important that you trust this process, because what I'm getting is you may have moments where you feel so deeply inspired to create something, to create or to share like a business or a piece of art or your voice or something. And in the moment, you may feel deflated once you put it out into the world, because you may feel as though in the now moment, you aren't getting the reaction that you were expecting. And this can confuse you because you know that it came from a really inspired place. You felt the vision coursing through you as you were creating it. And what your guides want you to know is you weren't incorrect about the vision or the thing that you created. It's very in alignment for you. It's just that the things that you are creating and putting out into the world are building a foundation for something that you are setting into motion that is going to reach huge numbers of people on that future timeline. It's like you're working with the energy of that future timeline, but in the now moment. And that's why in the now, you aren't yet seeing the results that you are expecting. So this also says, you are here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. Wow, that was a massive message of confirmation for someone. And that really feels like a beautiful place to close that particular part of the message. But really quick, I know I'm kind of running low on time because I do have to get going soon, but I do want to see if I can get any more information on this sacred partnership that we've been talking about, where you are mutually elevating each other. I also want to let you know that I am now going to be tagging some of the decks that I'm using. I know many of you have been asking me to tag the decks, so I've tagged them as product tags in these YouTube videos, or I will be moving into the future. I will tag as many of them as I can find that are available for purchase. So if you are interested in any of my decks, feel free to check out. It's usually the top of the description box or the sidebar where they show the different products that you can explore, or just to see what decks I am using. And for some reason, this reminds me that at the very beginning of starting this channeling, I got this message that I'm speaking to a particular group of divine feminines that are very much divine channels themselves. You may be into tarot or astrology. I'm hearing that you may even do your own tarot readings or have your own tarot channel. You may be a fellow reader. I'm just picking up very strongly that this may be part of your path, or maybe you channel in ways that look less quote unquote traditionally spiritual, but are of course equally spiritual, because everything we infuse our energy into in the physical is spiritual in nature. It takes on our own spiritual essence. But I'm getting you may channel, yes, through something like tarot, something like this, or you may channel through music or through art or through your work. But I feel that you are very much a very open divine channel yourself. I feel this video is going to find divine feminines who are oracles. So now I'm pulling from the Burning Heart Love Oracle. What can I share about this sacred partnership? They will never compare to you. And it's funny because I actually put this back in the deck because I thought maybe it just flew out by accident, but I should know by now that there are no accidents or coincidences because it came out a second time. So clearly someone is really feeling this way about you. They feel like you are incomparable. And I actually got the words incomparable beauty, but I heard this isn't just physical beauty and attractiveness, although they do feel that way about you, but it's also a soul deep beauty about your energy as well. And it's funny because an alarm just went off that I forgot that I set. And immediately I thought that like, meeting you has been a wake-up call for this person. They've felt some kind of fire. Maybe they are a fire sign. I'm picking up fire sign energy here, but they felt a fire to jump into action. They felt so inspired through connecting with you. But again, I feel this is very mutual. Like you are feeling very inspired by this person as well. I'm shuffling the traditional tarot cards now. Yeah, they are very drawn to your magnetic energy. You are coming up here as the Queen of Wands, Divine Feminine, very confident, attractive, passionate. And you're in this focused state of being as well, where you are really focusing on, I'm hearing whatever it is that is your spiritual mission or purpose. I feel like you are really wholeheartedly, whole souledly focusing in that direction. And there is this newfound pure focus in your energy that I'm picking up on that is part of why in 2026, you're going to be building so much momentum, taking so much inspired action, and seeing that vision we were talking about earlier really coming together. So I hope that I can really support you through that journey in my own way here on the channel. If you aren't yet subscribed, of course, I would love for you to subscribe. And if you do want to use my break no contact subliminal to manifest interaction, contact, or communication from someone in your life or from your past, then the link to check out this subliminal and try it completely free for 7 days is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I'm sending you huge amounts of love. Have an amazing day, Divine Feminines, and I will connect with you again in the next reading.